So E3 2021 just happened, and usually we get a new Smash reveal at E3, and when we get that, it's usually someone crazy. Look back at E3 2014, for example, when they revealed, Palutena, who isn't as exciting, but then also the Mii's and Pac-Man. Jump up to E3 2019, where we get Hero and Banjo, two very big inclusions. There was no E3 2020, but it seems very likely that Steve was supposed to be announced at E3 2020, but the pandemic kind of fucked everything, so he didn't get revealed till much later. But Steve totally would have been a good E3 reveal. It's not just at E3. You look at stuff like the Game Awards, in my opinion the second biggest gaming event of the year next to E3. At the 2018 Game Awards, we got Joker, a character we would have never thought would have been in Smash for similar reasons as characters like Snake and Cloud. And then at the 2020 Game Awards, we get Sephiroth, another unexpected character because he's a villain from a third-party franchise in Smash. Do you notice anything about these characters? All of these characters, aside from the Mii's and Palutena, are third-party characters that are revealed at either E3 or the Game Awards, and these massive inclusions were at, or at least allegedly intended to be revealed at E3 or the Game Awards, because those are gaming events where everyone is watching. Not just Smash fans, not just Nintendo fans, the whole gaming industry has their eyes on Nintendo's E3 or has their eyes on Nintendo showing at the Game Awards. So everyone will see these Smash reveals. And taking that into account, you want a big reveal. That's why you don't reveal a character like, for example, a new Pokemon at an event like E3, and it was, no offense, but it was kind of foolish to think that. Now we get to E3 2021, and there are two characters left, and we are all certain we are getting a new Smash character here. However, we got Kazuya from Tekken, and a lot of people seemed a little underwhelmed, or at least just whelmed by Kazuya, which is totally fine. You're subject to your own opinion. I personally think a Tekken character of any kind is a big inclusion and is sorta right for representation in Smash, but even I'll admit, I wasn't going super crazy over Kazuya. But in this episode of Why Smash, I'm going to explain to you why I feel Kazuya is quite a really good inclusion. But before we do that, you know what to do. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, hit the bell, and leave a comment, or I'll throw you off the cliff. You don't want that, do you? The first point I want to bring up is just Tekken as a whole, and Bandai Namco as well. What is the most popular fighting game franchise? Okay, maybe aside from Smash, I'm not even sure if I should say that Smash is the most popular, but that's probably the thing that came to your mind first. But aside from that, you probably thought of either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, and I'd say you're right. But they are 2D fighting games. Now, what's the most popular 3D fighting game? Give you a second to think. Probably Tekken. The more I think about it, the more I realize that Tekken really should have gotten character in Smash already. And now we're seeing 3D fighting games represented. There are also 7 numbered Tekken games, and more that aren't numbered. Tekken is a big franchise, and it's definitely right at home for Smash. Not to mention, I remember before Ryu joined Smash, and even before he was leaked, and how whenever he was brought up, it was kind of as a joke. He was constantly brought up when it came to characters that would never be in Smash, like Goku and Shrek, which is why his inclusion was so shocking, or at least it would have been if he wasn't leaked beforehand, but you get what I mean. And now to see that we also got Ken, and then Terry Bogard, and now Kazuya Mishima, might not seem like that big of a deal now, because the novelty of having a fighting game character, I guess, has worn off. But if you were to go back in time before Ryu was announced or even leaked for Smash 4 and tell everyone that in the next Smash game there will be a returning Ryu along with Ken, Terry, and Kazuya, nobody would have believed you. Not to mention, this is probably coming out shortly before the Kazuya Sakurai Presents, which also means it's probably coming out shortly before Kazuya drops. So we'll probably know the deal with this soon, but the moves shown in the footage we got look insane. Usually with a Smash trailer, I can mostly determine which moves are what, as in what's the neutral special, the side special, the F smash, etc. With Kazuya though, I can't really do that. Like, look at 10-hit combo, which is an actual move he's gonna have, and you tell me what button you press for that. I doubt you could. Is it a combination of buttons? Is it just one of his specials? I don't know, we'll have to find out. Not to mention, Bandai Namco. Yeah, I said I was going to bring up Bandai Namco. Not only do they know fighting games with Tekken, of course, but also games like Soul Calibur, they also developed Smash Ultimate, and I've said this for a while, but if there is any company that deserves a second character in Smash, I feel like it's them. Not only that, but they have a fuck ton of franchises to pull from. Like, Tekken is a great choice, and probably, honestly, their best option. But there were so many other options. Which is why seeing Capcom, Sega, Konami, Square, and even Microsoft getting a second character before Namco always confused me. And I think Kazuya is just a great inclusion. Now we go to my second point, and that is just who Kazuya is and how his representation is actually really different from most third-party characters in the game. What I mean is that Kazuya is a character from Tekken, a third-party franchise, which is just getting their first character now, and he is also a villain, and kind of the poster boy and kind of not. See, if you were to ask me who the mascot of Tekken is, I'd say a mix of Kazuya, Heihachi, and Jin. And if I'm being completely honest, of the three, the Heihachi Mii costume notwithstanding, Kazuya might have been the last of the three I would have expected. Also, another thing, something I noticed about this current Fighter Pass, kind of unrelated but kind of related, is that every character aside from Steve is not the mascot of their game. Min Min is not the mascot of ARMS, Sephiroth is not the mascot of Final Fantasy, Pyra and Mythra are not the mascots of Xenoblade 2, and Kazuya might be the mascot of Tekken, but definitely not the character I would have thought of first. Some games, he's front and center on the box art, but others, he's not even on the box art. I just think that including a character like Kazuya when you consider how he represents Tekken is very interesting. This is the last point I want to make, and it's technically not even really a point anyways, but definitely something that has been getting a lot of talk lately, and I think I should give my 2 cents on it, and that is the word Shoto. Many people have been calling Kazuya a Shoto just as a general term for fighting game characters, but the word Shoto has kind of lost its meaning. A character like Ryu and Ken, who have a fireball, uppercut, or spinning kick, which you know are the Hadouken, Shoryuken, and Tatsu respectively, and also have the design you see them with like a gi or whatever, all those traits that I listed, that makes them all Shotos by definition. That also makes other characters from Street Fighter, like Akuma, a Shoto, along with Dan and Sean, although not as much. Maximilian Dude, the king of fighting game content in my opinion, made a perfect video about this whole thing, and I'll link it in the description if you want to understand Shotos in a more in-depth video, but I'll give you a little gist. Ryu and Ken are Shotos by definition, but then go to a game like King of Fighters, and there are definitely Shotos in that game, but their names, none of them are named Terry Bogard. However, the word Shoto has sort of gotten a definition change, specifically when it comes to Smash, as people use the word as just a general term for a fighting game character, which even I started to use it as, despite the fact that Terry is not a Shoto. But then Kazuya joined Smash, and people were saying another Shoto. And now people are getting mad. Kazuya is, by definition, not a Shoto. He does not have the same qualities I listed for a Shoto, although he might look like one. But I don't think it's worth getting upset over. I understand though, because people sort of just change the definition of Shoto, but I guess you can use it as a general term for fighting game characters in Smash Bros. Shoto just sounds a lot better than that. But just so you know, Ryu and Ken are Shotos, by definition. Terry and Kazuya are not. So that was the second episode of Why Smash. This is why I think Kazuya is a pretty hype inclusion. Also, my 2 cents on the whole Shoto thing. Yeah, I haven't been making too many episodes of this. In fact, this is only the second episode, and the first one was back when like Pyra and Mythra were revealed. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm going very slowly with this series. I probably should make more though. But what do you guys think about Kazuya in Smash? And what do you think about the whole Shoto situation? And I don't really think it's that much of a situation. Again, I'll have Maximilian Dude's video linked in the description if you want to hear more on Shotos. Anyways, that'll do it for this video. Be sure to like this video, come subscribe, or I'll throw you off a cliff. Anyways, see you guys.